In this video, we're going to talk about the molar volume of a gas lab that you're about to do. In the molar volume of a gas lab, you're trying to prove that a mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters. And in order to do that, you're going to be making a hydrogen gas by reacting magnesium ribbon with hydrochloric acid, and then collecting the hydrogen gas that forms in an inverted graduated cylinder. So there's a couple things you have to factor in here. One is you're collecting the gas at lab conditions, which is not at STP. You're collecting them at whatever the temperature in the lab is and whatever the atmospheric pressure in the lab is. So you have to find a way to convert from those conditions to standard temperature and pressure, and I think you know the gas law that you need to use in order to convert with changing conditions. Another thing you have to account for is the fact that since you're collecting it over water, in addition to the hydrogen gas you're producing, which is what you want to measure, you have water vapor being produced. And the amount of water vapor present in a gas system collected over water is going to be a function of temperature. So what you're going to need to do is subtract the water vapor pressure from the atmospheric pressure, and that will give you the pressure of the hydrogen gas you collected. So now you'll have a pressure. You should be able to measure the temperature. The temperature of the gas inside the graduated cylinder is going to be equal to the temperature of the water bath. So you can very easily measure that. So you have temperature and pressure, and you can measure the volume in the graduated cylinder. Then you're going to convert those to what the volume would be at standard temperature and pressure. So we're going to do that, and you're going to see how close you get to 22.4 and calculate a percent error. The other thing you have to factor in order to get your value is you just found a volume of gas. Now, you have to figure out what that volume is in relation to how many moles of gas are actually present. So what you know is you're going to have an excess of hydrochloric acid, and you're going to have a small strip of magnesium ribbon, which you're going to measure the length of, and then you'll be able to convert that into the mass. I'll give you the conversion factor, and that's going to be dependent on the magnesium sample I have present. So you'll basically figure out the grams of magnesium, and you need to figure out how many moles of hydrogen gas are produced from that. Once you know the liters you've made, and you know the moles that you've produced, you can then calculate the molar volume at STP.